Everything's okay. I keep telling myself that anyway. We're still moving with the brakes on. That's not good. Let's get over there and complete our penultimate mission of Series 1. Hello everybody, Mr. Sticksman here, and welcome back to another episode of Stormworks Career Mode. Guys, it is snowing, it is really windy right now, it is probably very, very cold, and I need to go get my thermal gear on in just a second here. But over my shoulder, there is a brand new, well, the flatbed is actually the flatbed that you've seen from the previous episode where it was carrying a helicopter, but I've adjusted it slightly. I've made it a bit thinner, and I've now chucked a crane on top, which is going to help us for today's mission, guys. The wind is even blowing the train back into the shed as we speak. You can see it going from left to right there. That is crazy, guys. It's pretty strong right now. But just before we start here, the next episode after this is probably going to be the very last episode of Season 1. That is going to be episode 30, as this is number 29 right here. So I just want to say a quick thank you to everyone for supporting me and coming along on the journey with all of us here. But rest assured, there will of course be a Season 2 just after the next big update comes out on the 17th of September 2020. And, you know, we're going to start from fresh there because it's going to be version 1.0 of the game, a full release finally, and there's going to be a lot of new stuff to play around with and check out. So, yeah, we are going to start from fresh, and there'll be this episode, hopefully one after it, just to round up episode 30 there, and then we're going to be into Season 2. So I do just want to thank all of you for supporting, commenting, liking the videos, and just being there. It's been awesome, guys, and I can't wait for the future. But yes, we are almost at the end of Season 1. So today, we've got a mission to do as always. We're going to use that crane over my shoulder. You could just about see the helicopter appearing behind the train there as the wind blows it all back into the shed, annoyingly. So before some serious damage is probably caused in a minute, let's have a look at today's mission. And here it is, missing train. So it's really titled Locate Stranded Train Driver. That is the first objective of this mission. There are a few objectives to it, but let's get started with this one first. Then we have plenty of time. And guys, it's not actually that far away. It's only around the corner, or at least the start of this mission is only around the corner. But it says, the Arctic Mainland Rail Terminal has received word that a train has been derailed by ice on the tracks, and the driver requires emergency aid. The exact location of the accident is unknown, but the driver was reportedly heading south on an adjacent line. Okay, so yeah, as I say, it's not very far, so we might as well just get straight into this mission now, guys, and when we're over at the objective, you'll see how the crane works. Okay guys, we're in the train now. We've got some lights on, we've got the heater on, and I do need to just go and get the thermal gear, and we're good to go, I think, everybody. So, yeah, I'll explain what we're going to do in just a moment here, but let's get moving. And also, I need to actually turn our generators on. So, there we go, they're firing up nicely. See where that fork is, guys? I'll show you on the map, actually. We're going to go to the fork, okay, about here. And then we're going to make sure the tracks are switched accurately. And then we're going to actually head down this adjacent line here into a tunnel over there. Okay, so I'll just make sure that is put on the map here at the waypoint. There we go. Now we can see there's a big search area here. I do happen to already know, you know, where this mission is based, so we won't have to search for it. But yeah, this is where we're going to go. And when we get to about here, that is where the actual mission objective is. It's sort of like there's an opening. This is a tunnel going through here, which opens up, and then it goes back into another tunnel over there. We don't need to go that far. So everything we're going to be doing is based around here. And here is the crane, guys. So it's pretty simple, actually. It's the flatbed that was carrying the helicopter from the previous episode, but I've made it a bit thinner, and I've just added this crane here, which is on a single pivot. And, you know, it's got a spotlight, a seat to control everything. It's got a beacon as well, a flashing beacon. The arm extends out, and, you know, all the rest of it. Oh, we better stop here. Let's kill that speed very quickly. There we go. And if we have a look at the box on the left hand side, because we're on the left track, you can see that green light is telling us we're going to go right onto the track into the tunnel. So that is fine. We don't actually have to do anything here apart from start reversing, and we should be going in the right direction. As you can see, we're heading right across onto the adjacent line here, and that is just about perfect, guys. So now we're going to reverse into that tunnel over there. And just a little way into that tunnel, there'll be another opening. And guys, there's penguins. Look, there's penguins on the rock face or the cliff face there, on the right hand side of the tunnel. That's pretty cool. You can't really see them very well from here, but they are indeed penguins. Anyway, it's pretty choppy out there, isn't it, guys? Thank goodness we don't have to deal with the waves today. You can tell by looking at the ice over there. If I just get a good angle on, where's some ice to have a look at? There's some over there. Look. You can see how far up and down it's bouncing in the water. That's crazy, that is. That is a big piece of ice. Anyway, here are the penguins. And, yep, as you can see just up ahead, there is actually some ice on the tracks, guys. And when we get there, we'll have some more objectives to check out. But there's also another locomotive on the on our right-hand, or left-hand side, sorry. Right-hand side from this angle. Which I don't believe we have to do anything with actually in this mission, but there are lots of things we do need to do, and so there's work to be done, guys. That penguin, do you see that, guys? That penguin was floating in the air. Anyway, carry on down here, and we'll just stop right in front of the ice, and then we'll be able to use our crane shortly. Right, I'm going to slow down here, guys. We don't want to hit that ice very hard, do we? Just apply a bit of brake here. Lovely. And what you can hear there, well, you might be able to hear it, is the trees, guys. They make an awful racket, to be honest. I've got to be honest. These trees. And I can't turn their sound down in the options. For whatever reason, none of my sound options in the menu actually turn down the trees. And they are crazy loud. So, I've probably edited this down a bit in the recording. Otherwise, it would drive me insane. But anyway, we are ready. Now, we've got some new objectives, guys. We've got ice to deal with, and we have a driver. So let's have a look in our mission log here and see what we've got to do. Return driver to terminal. With the driver's engine out of action, they will require your assistance in getting back to the terminal. And by the way, guys, that is actually the base that we've just come from. So it's only around the corner and you get an hour for that one. And then this one you get 2 hours to do it, but it's only going to take us like a few minutes actually. And it's clear ice from the tracks. Clear the fallen ice from the tracks by any means possible to prevent further accidents. It actually, guys, it's pretty easy if you've got the right equipment anyway. It's pretty straightforward to do. But luckily this crane is pretty good. Now, I think I'm going to go and get the driver first because they might start freezing if we don't get there quick enough. So I'm going to jump down here, hopefully not get too hurt. And yes, you can see dead bodies, guys. There's a number of dead bodies in this area. And that's because every time the mission spawns in the log, if you don't do it and you're waiting for other missions or if you're sleeping or whatever, the mission will eventually go away because the time has run out, of course. But some of the ice here and the actual NPCs don't despawn when the mission despawns, and so the more the more times you get this mission in the log, the more drivers and ice is going to build up here, and it's a real problem. As you can see, guys, I've got some serious performance issues right now, and that is because there are loads of ice chunks and loads of dead NPCs in the area as well. But they are safe, and guys, before this episode I had to spend about 5 hours clearing this track of like 15 massive chunks of ice just so that my PC could run the game in this area and so I could do this mission. So it was an epic clear up just to be able to do this mission in the first place. Anyway, let's get onto our crane here and see if we can start maneuvering our first chunk of ice off the tracks. And so I'm just going to extend the arm out here, probably as far as it will go, and we might have to actually reverse the train some more. But let's pick this one up first, and then we can move it backwards if we need to. Arm is fully extended. Can we actually reach the ice from here? We're going to need to reverse a bit, guys, for sure. So let's take the brakes off, clutches on, and we'll just gently go back. And ideally we won't hit the ice. But that's probably about right there. We've got some serious performance issues at the moment, guys. My FPS, by the way, is a solid 60 because I've limited it to 60. It's absolutely brilliant, but it's I think the physics simulation of the game itself is what the problem is here. Okay, so crane is going down onto the ice. There it is. It's made contact. I'm going to turn on the mags there. lift this thing up, and the crane is pretty strong, guys, as you can see. It's pretty heavy, but it's no problem for us. There we go. Now, we're going to drive back a bit more and then chuck this off the side, okay? Oh dear, I've just fallen down a gap. So we're back up at the train now, and I just need to reverse a bit more so we can get this this big piece of ice off the tracks here. Get the brakes off. And yep, I think we are moving actually. Let's hope we don't cause any damage here. We might have to push that ice back a bit. There, that's good. That is good from there. Yep. Yep, that's going to be great, guys. So now, let's just move the crane over to the left-hand side here. Good job. And then, we just press number 3 and release it. Done. And then we'll move the crane back and we'll try and get this other piece of ice as well. Then there's 2 more behind, guys, and they look to be a bit smaller, actually. I think that one there was the biggest one. But yeah, guys, if you are in the Arctic, right, just beware that every time this mission pops up, if you don't do it, the ice is not going to despawn. At least it doesn't in my world, and it causes massive, massive problems. So let's just take the connector down and do the second piece of ice. Okay. And contact. There we go. Back up again. Now this time, I'm going to see if I can reach over the other side. And we'll probably be able to do that. I don't know yet. We'll have to try and see. Yeah, that's going to be fine, isn't it? Press number 3. Off you go. Brilliant. That should be 2 out of 4, but we'll check it. Yep, 2 out of 4. Okay, guys, now I'm going to turn the crane back around to the center, reverse this train back, and then get the last 2 pieces over there. Almost there now, guys. The last 2, as I say, are a bit smaller. It shouldn't be a problem, actually. And there we go. I'll just extend the arm out the whole way. I think the train is actually moving, guys. The wind is blowing me away from the ice. We're connected. We are definitely connected. I'm winching it up right now. And then we'll just drag it over to the left-hand side. And hopefully we can grab the other iceberg if we're quick enough. Come on, up we go. Right, bring it round. Good. I think that's going to be okay, actually. Right, let's just turn our connectors on there. And, oh no, careful. Careful. We're going to have to go left, I think. Goodness me, please don't break my crane. Please don't break my crane. Oh no. It's alright. Everything's okay. I keep telling myself that anyway. Yes! It's done! That should be 4 out of 4. The crane is pretty good, guys. And also, I forgot to put my beacon on. So, what is that? Number 4, I think. There we go. There's the beacon. A bit too late to put that on, but never mind. The crane is now folded back in, so I'm going to get out of the seat, back into the driver's seat over here, and take the train driver back to the terminal. And yeah, that is literally our base, so it's not very difficult to get to. And also, as we edge away from this place, the performance should improve again. And there we go, 4 out of 4, guys, and then we have 1 objective here left to do. But there is another objective after this, okay? And we will find out that objective when we get back to base. It's going to give us the next one. Look at the smoke, guys. You can see by the smoke how slow the physics, or whatever it is running in this game right now. FPS is a solid 60. It is perfect. But the actual game itself... Yep, it looks terrible, guys. But it should speed up in a minute. And there we go. There is our terminal. Just 500 meters in that direction. Not very far at all. I'm a bit worried about this driver because it seems to be shaking around. Oh no, it's not. It's alright. This driver's okay. I should have put them in the crane seat, actually. That would have been a good idea. Alright, we're at the forks. Oh, it's a bit quick, isn't it? That is a bit fast. Now let's go and have a look here at the tracks. We need to keep left this time. So we're just going to switch that back to the left. And then we're going to head down there straight for our terminal. There we go. Perfect, guys. Just over to the left-hand side there. And as you might be able to notice, the performance has drastically improved already. It might not be perfect at this stage, but it is much better than it was just a moment ago in that tunnel. So that is good news for us. There's another change of direction here, guys, on the tracks. So we need to make sure that we're not going to mess this one up. And okay, we actually need to stay left. So we are going to change this one over here. Because what we're going to do, guys, is actually take our crane back in before the next part of the mission. So let's just reverse down here and sort that all out. And the next box is correct. We want to stay to the right hand side of this track to put the crane back in. And I guess the driver objective will be complete as we approach this area in just a moment, probably. It's not complete yet. We're going to slow down here. Might as well put the monitor on just so we can see what's going on. There we go. And we'll just take this thing back into the shed, guys, before we despawn it. And actually, that might improve performance as well, to be honest. So let's go a bit further back here. And there we go, guys. The driver has been delivered. That objective is now complete. And there's one new objective deal with right now. So let's actually we're still moving with the brakes on. That's not good. Whoops. I'm going to go and detach this thing like that. We'll just separate these. I can move this thing with the brakes on. That's crazy, isn't it? I don't know, guys. I don't know what's going on anymore, but I'm going to move it forwards actually. And then I'm going to despawn our crane just over there. Also, I'll take out the driver. That should be far enough, I think. Driver is out, and we'll despawn the crane right here into the workbench. Get all our blocks back. That's done. It's back into the workbench, guys. The crane is gone. But now, that is our next objective. This is a fuel tanker that we saw in a recent episode, and I'll take this character back probably into the building here because there's a heater, right? We can't leave them out in the cold. Right, that's done. Now let's have a look at our next objective then. So deliver fuel to mining facility. There is a shipment of fuel at the terminal waiting to be delivered to the Arctic mining facility. With no train available to tow it, the driver needs help getting his delivery to the facility on time. There's an hour and a half to do that one, and let's just find out where it is. It is up here. Okay. Same place as we've already been to twice, actually. So, yeah, let's just see where the route is. It's, you know, it's down here. We've done this already. We're going to curve around here, back up at this fork. We're going to go left, and then up to the drilling. Is it X Fury Drilling Company? Okay. But now let's go and actually connect up our train here to this fuel tanker. Hopefully it's not too heavy. You'll have to find out if we've got enough power for this thing. But I think we do. And yeah, and then we'll tow it to its final destination. I think we're going to have to go just past... Yeah, we're going to have to go to the second box there and change over. So here we're going to have to switch tracks by going past the junction and then reversing back over to the right-hand side from this angle. So let's just get that done right now. Switching track to the right. That's good. We are going to have to deliver not only this fuel car, but also the driver as well. Okay, so hopefully we'll head in the right direction here. But the driver is certainly in the warm and the dry for the moment. And yeah, we're going to go the right direction. That is perfect. And then we'll slow down and connect up. Thinking, hopefully I've actually made this thing the right size to connect up. Wait, are we going the wrong way? That was weird, guys. Almost there. Is it going to connect properly? Let's hope so. It wouldn't be the end of the world if not. I can still sort it out. We've connected. Put the brakes on. That probably wasn't the best way of connecting. But there we go. Yeah, it's fine, look. It's big, isn't it? That's pretty heavy as well. How much fuel do we have? Loads of fuel, guys. We've only used up 100 litres out of 700. this entire time. Let's put the driver back into our train. And I'll put them in here because it's probably a bit safer, isn't it, guys? Put them in the back, close the door, lock them in. And they can't get up to any mischief. And we're ready to go, actually. We are completely ready to go. So let's just see how heavy this thing is. Can we actually move? Yes, we can. Yes, we can move. That's not too bad. We're going to pick up speed here. We've got the rockets as well, guys. So, you know, it shouldn't take too long to get round there, but it's a bit of a journey. In fact, it is 5 kilometers from here, but of course we have to go sort of away from it, then curve around, and then go back up. So it's probably a good sort of 10-kilometer journey from here, actually. Okay, guys, I'm going to skip this whole journey now because you have actually seen this twice if you've seen the previous 2 episodes of this series. And so, yeah, I'm going to skip it, but I will bring you back in, of course, when we're about to hand in our objective. We'll see what reward we get, and then we'll have our outro. Let's get over there and complete our penultimate mission of Series 1. Alright guys, we're rounding the bend now, we're almost there, and as you can see there's some remnants of the previous mission in the water there from the last episode. We're going to start dropping a bit of speed here. We are heading downhill, and probably, yeah, we were speeding up a bit there, so let's knock that off. And I don't know, any second now it might complete, guys. There we go, and $8,250. Okay, I'll take that. It doesn't really matter anymore, does it, guys? But that is all we have time for, everybody, in this episode here. I can't believe it. Episode 29, there's one more to go. And it's quite emotional, really. I do feel a bit emotional about it all. But we're not stopping here, guys. And Season 2 awaits. So I'm very excited about that. But now it's goodbye until next time. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I really, really do appreciate it. And I hope to see you all very, very soon. Bye, guys.